Hello and welcome to a revision video on statues and sculptures. This is a revision video for the Edexcel Catholic Christianity paper and is on the fourth section, Forms of Expression. So, what do Catholics believe about statues and sculptures? Catholics believe that statues reflect God-given talent, which is a gift from God to us, arising from talent given by the Creator. Producing statues in the name of God or dedicated to Him is a gift back to God. Catholics also believe that statues should be true and beautiful. This means that it should be tasteful, and when displayed in the church, it reflects the belief that the church ought to be in good taste. Catholics also believe that it should promote theological discussion, which allows Catholics to understand their faith on a deeper level. Finally, Catholics believe that statues are an aid to worship. This is for two reasons. Firstly, because it's a focal point for worship and a reminder of Catholic teachings, for example, the statue of Abraham at the Liverpool Metropolitan Cathedral. But also, it helps Catholics when praying. Catholics can pray at the statues and ask the person it represents to pray to God for them on their behalf. This is called intercession. However, it is important to note that not all Christians would agree with Catholics. Some Christians, such as some Protestants, believe that the use of statues in worship is idolatry and breaks one of the 10 Commandments. You shall not make yourself a carved image. Exodus. Further to this, they believe it is condemned by Moses in the story of the golden calf in Exodus. Moses told God that the Israelites had committed a terrible sin as they had made a god out of gold and started to worship it. When the Reformation happened during the 16th century, it destroyed many statues and images. This was called the iconoclasm. They believed that Catholics were adoring the statues instead of adoring God, and this is going against the teachings in the Bible. So, how did Catholics respond to the iconoclasm? Catholics completely disagreed and condemned the iconoclasm, and during the Council of Trent in 1545, they reaffirmed statues as important as an aid to worship. Catholics completely disagreed with other Christians and said that they are not worshipping statues, but simply using them as an aid to worship, and this is not idolatry. The council said that no divinity is believed to be in the statues, but are important and deserve honour because of what they represent and remind believers of. So overall, why are statues important to Catholics? Firstly, they help Catholics when they pray, especially for intercession when they want a saint or Mary to pray to God on behalf for them. Secondly, they reflect God-given talent. Next, they were reaffirmed as important and an aid to worship at the Council of Trent. They are a focal point during prayer. And finally, they create theological discussion which allows believers to gain a deeper understanding of their faith. The last part we need to look at is the divergent ways statues are used by Catholics. In this section, we need to know where the statues are used and what statues are used. Firstly, a statue of Mary is usually in the church. This is usually in a side chapel called a lady chapel and on a separate altar. The Nativity is used in the church and home during Advent. Mary is usually decorated in the home of Catholics and incorporates their faith into their daily lives. Finally, statues of saints can be found on different pilgrimages. On pilgrimage, Catholics feel close to the different saints and can pray to the statues to ask God to pray for them on their behalf.